Following BTS's long-awaited return as a full group, the announcement of their comeback live ranking concert immediately sent waves of excitement across the global fandom. Fans had been waiting years for this moment, through solo projects, military enlistments, and individual growth. And finally, all 7 members would stand together on one stage again. However, despite the overwhelming anticipation and emotional significance, it quickly became clear that not everyone was celebrating the comeback in the same way. And interestingly, the concerns went far beyond just typical concert logistics. After such a long period of uncertainty, this March marked a historic reunion. For many fans, it wasn't just another performance. It was a symbol of resilience, loyalty, and the unbreakable bond between the group and their audience. The choice of venue made the event even more meaningful. Held at the iconic Gwanghwamun Square in Seoul, the concert was designed to be far bigger than a standard comeback showcase. It wasn't confined to a stadium or arena. Instead, it was open, public, and free for anyone to attend. On top of that, the event was live-streamed globally, reaching viewers in nearly 190 countries. Because of this massive scale, anticipation reached extraordinary levels, even for a group as massive as BTS. Fans from all across South Korea began traveling to Seoul days in advance. International fans boarded flights just to witness the moment live. Hotels in the surrounding areas were fully booked, and streets near Gwanghwamun filled with excited crowds hopping to secure a good spot. For many, this was truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. The emotional weight of the concert was undeniable. After years of waiting, the moment finally arrived, and by most accounts, the performance delivered exactly what fans had dreamed of. The members themselves seemed deeply moved, repeatedly expressing gratitude to their fans, staff, and the city. Toward the end of the concert, Suga thanked everyone involved in organizing the event, while Jimin added a heartfelt apology, saying, "We're really grateful. You all worked hard. We're sorry." That apology, however, stood out, and soon enough, discussions online began to shift. While fans who attended the concert or watched the live stream largely agreed that the performance itself was a success, the situation surrounding it became increasingly controversial. In the days leading up to the event, Seoul's metropolitan government implemented extensive preparations in anticipation of an enormous crowd. Early estimates suggested that over 200,000 people could gather in and around Gwanghwamun. To manage this, authorities took a highly cautious approach. Major roads in central Seoul were closed, some for over 30 hours, and public transportation was heavily adjusted. Certain subway stations skipped stops or were temporarily shut down entirely. Additionally, for the first time, the city introduced bilingual emergency alert messages in both Korean and English to accommodate international visitors. While the intention was inclusive, the execution frustrated many local residents. People complained about the sheer frequency of alerts, with notifications arriving early in the morning and continuing late into the evening. Some even compared the experience to receiving emergency warnings during a crisis. But the frustration didn't stop at phone alerts. Residents and workers in central Seoul began sharing how deeply the event disrupted their daily lives. Delivery services, normally fast and highly reliable, were halted in some areas. Businesses struggled, restaurants closed early, and some employees were forced to take leave due to access restrictions. Even private events, including weddings, were affected, with guests required to pass through heightened security checks just to attend. As these stories spread online, many Korean netizens began questioning whether such large-scale preparations were truly justified. The situation became even more controversial when reports suggested that the actual turnout was significantly lower than expected. While around 60,000 fans attended, which is still a massive number, it fell far short of the projected 200,000 plus. This led to criticism that the city had overprepared, causing unnecessary disruption for an event that could have potentially been held in a traditional concert venue. Adding fuel to the controversy was the appearance of Bang Si-hyuk at the venue. His presence drew criticism due to ongoing legal discussions surrounding him, and some netizens even called for authorities to take action while he was publicly present. This only intensified the already tense atmosphere surrounding the event. As the initial excitement faded, the conversation began shifting away from the concert and toward the comeback album itself. Surprisingly, while the performance was widely praised, the music release became one of the most debated aspects of this entire comeback. One of the primary criticisms focused on the album's sound and direction. Many listeners, particularly in Korea, felt that the project leaned too heavily into English-language tracks. While BTS has successfully released English songs in the past, this time it felt different to some fans. For a comeback that carried strong cultural symbolism, including references like ARIRANG, a traditional Korean folk theme, many expected a deeper connection to their roots. Fans who had followed BTS for years pointed out that the group built its legacy on emotional storytelling, strong group synergy, and a distinct artistic identity. However, in this album, some listeners felt those elements were less prominent. The sense of unity and authenticity that once defined BTS seemed, to some, slightly diminished. One particular lyric sparked intense debate. In a track, RM raps, "I'm the only one who can speak English," which quickly went viral. Many interpreted this line as dismissive toward the other members, suggesting it positioned RM above the group, something that felt out of character for BTS's usual image of unity. Fans pointed out that several members have significantly improved their English over the years, making the lyric feel unnecessary or even disrespectful. For a group known for teamwork, the line struck some as unusual and out of place. The controversy deepened after RM discussed language barriers in a separate interview, mentioning challenges when working with international producers. Some fans connected these comments to the lyric, speculating about possible internal frustrations within the group. A few critics even went as far as to claim that the group dynamic might be shifting. Of course, not everyone agreed with this interpretation. Many fans defended RM, arguing that the lyric was misunderstood and taken out of context. They emphasized that focusing on a single line ignored the broader message of the album and BTS's long-standing bond. Meanwhile, critics began offering more technical reviews. A major talking point was the heavy involvement of international producers. While BTS has always collaborated globally, some felt that this time the balance was off, making the album feel less cohesive and less connected to their original sound. A widely discussed review from Pitchfork rated the album 5.3 out of 10, describing parts of it as generic and overly focused on Western validation. The review even suggested that the group might be struggling under pressure, which sparked immediate backlash from fans worldwide. Many argued that the critique crossed the line into disrespect. However, some listeners, especially within Korea, felt the review wasn't entirely unfair. They described the album as neither terrible nor exceptional, but simply not strong enough to match the immense hype surrounding it. Others mentioned that the music lacked intensity and hoped BTS would return to a more defined and powerful sound in future releases. In the end, BTS's comeback remains a complex mix of triumph and controversy. On one hand, the reunion itself was deeply emotional and meaningful, and the concert proved their unmatched global influence. On the other hand, the surrounding disruptions, mixed reception of the album, and ongoing debates about their musical direction created a more divided response than expected. There is no confirmed evidence of internal conflict within BTS, but the combination of lyrical controversies, interviews, and stylistic changes has led some fans to question whether the group's dynamic has evolved over time. At the same time, it's equally clear that many of these discussions may be amplified beyond reality. After all, the numbers speak for themselves. Streaming records are being broken. Millions of fans continue to show unwavering support, and BTS remains one of the most powerful forces in global music. So the question remains, is this comeback a new chapter of evolution, or a moment of transition that still needs time to settle? What do you think about BTS's comeback?